Hi students, this is Mrs. R. Ambigeshwari, Assistant Professor, Department of English, KCS Kasinadar College of Arts and Science. Today, let's see the summary of the poem, A Dream Deferred, written by Langston Hughes. Langston Hughes was an American poet, playwright, and short story writer too. He is also best known as a leader for Harlem Renaissance period. The dream is the equality and the freedom for the African Americans. The background to this poem is, in fact, the African Americans were deprived of their rights. They were not given equal rights. They were considered to be the slaves for many years. After a long struggle, they got freedom, but their equal rights denied still. And they were not given rights in all the places. Even the children of the African Americans were ill-treated. So it went on in many ways. And so there was a right time for the poet like Langston Hughes to write about it. He wanted to incorporate the feelings and the suppressions of his people in this poem. He starts writing in this poem about the deferred dream. A deferred means delayed or postponed. If a dream is executed on time, that will give happiness. If it is delayed, it is equal to the decayed one. These are the things that the poet tries to express in this poem. Let's see the summary of this poem. What happens to a dream deferred? Does it dry up like a raisin in the sun, or fester like a sore and then run? Does it stink like a rotten meat, or crust and sugar over like a syrup sweet? Maybe it just sags like a heavy load, or does it explode? Now let's see the meaning of these lines. The first possible answer to this question is, does it dry up like a raisin in the sun? This image carries the connotation that the dream was a living entity, and now it has been dried up, a dry raisin. Unlike a dried of other kinds is lifeless. Besides, drying must also mean shrink, become minimal. It is necessary to analyze each image in terms of the feelings of the speaker rather than finding out the objective qualities of the image. The first image of this poem proposes that the dream dries up like a raisin. This simile likens the original dream of a grape, which is round, juicy, green and fresh. Since the dream has been neglected for too long, it has probably dried up. The next simile of the sore, or does it fester like a sore and then run, conveys the sense of infection and pain, comparing a dream to a sore on the body. The poet suggests that unfulfilled dreams become part of us, like a long-standing injury, and has gathered pus. Neglected injuries may lead to infection, even death. The word fester connotates seething decay, and run literally refers to pus. From the viewpoint of the speaker, this denotes the pain and one has when one dream is always deferred. A postponed dream is like a painful injury that begins to be infected. The next question, does it stink like a rotten meat, intensifies the disgust. A dream deferred may also stink with the smell of a rotten meat. Hughes suggests that the dreams deferred will pester on continuously, making one sick until they are cared for. The poet also hints at the disastrous results of ignoring people's dream. The fourth alternative guess about what will happen to a dream postponed is that it will crust and sugar over, which means that it will make a layer of covering and seem to be healed. A crusty or syrup sweet will not kill people as meat and sauce may, but the image again connotates waste, neglect and decay. The sweet may represent American dreams of equality and the success that are denied to most African Americans. A sweet gone bad is all of a broken promises of emancipation and reconstruction, integration, and equal opportunity. The third paragraph forms the only sentences that is not a question. Hughes says that the deferred dream may just sag, which means bend with overload. This image implies that although neglecting dreams may yield varied and unforeseeable horrors, one thing is certain: deferred dreams weigh one down physically and emotionally as heavily as a load of bricks. From the viewpoint of the speaker, who represents the African American people, this suggests that their unfulfilled dreams have been heavy on them. The last line to emphasize the larger consequences of a mass dissatisfaction. Or does it explode? The poet implies that an explosion as well as a affiliated individual. Eventually, the epidemic of the frustration will hurt everyone. The speaker of this poem is a black poet. Black people were given the dreams of equity and equality, but these dreams never came true. Despite legal, political, and social consensus to abolish the apartheid, black people could never experience the indiscriminate society. In other words, their dream never came true. Blacks were promised dreams of equality, justice, freedom, indiscrimination, but not fulfilled. They are delayed, deferred, and postponed. Only promissory note has been given but has never been brought into reality. Through this poem, Langston Hughes examines the possible effects caused by the dream when they are constantly deferred, or when the dreams are constantly postponed or delayed. We are naturally cut between hope and hopelessness. The dream remains in the mind like a heavy load. When these loads are extended, explosions are inevitable. The speaker rhetorically suggests that the dream will explode and destroy all the limitations imposed upon them. After that, the society of their dream will be born. Thanks for watching my video.